So, before we get started, due to the fact of what YouTube likes to do, they still like to do directly on this platform. If you would like to support this channel by way of, monetarily, um, you want to support the content, then by all means, go to the description section underneath the video. You can click one of the three links. It would, I would be very thankful. And again, thank you, much love, respect, and appreciation. A longtime and award winning Penn State professor allegedly performed acts with his dog in sickening displays that were captured on State Forest Trail camera. Themis Matasukas, age 64, was charged Tuesday after he was allegedly caught earlier this year naked from the waist down, except for socks and shoes, committing acts with his collie near the bathroom at Rothrock State Forest in Pennsylvania. The professor, who was on leave from the university, was identified through North Face backpack he was carrying from the incident on April and also May, according to a criminal complaint cited by the Century Daily Times. He allegedly tried to record himself performing these acts with an electronic tablet. After the professor was identified as the possible suspect, rangers from the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources searched his home earlier this month and he went into a panic. At one point, investigators told him that they think he knew why they were searching his home, leading the professor to reply repeatedly, "I'm done, I'm dead," that charging documents allege. He also begged Rangers to end him, stating that "I need to die," and additionally told investigators, "I do it to blow off steam." The Rangers were reportedly able to find the backpack and ski mask that was visible in the April footage. They also saw the dog in his home that matched the dog in the video. The professor was a chemical engineer professor dating back to 1991, receiving at least three teaching awards during his tenure. Quote, "The professor has been relieved of his responsibilities and is on leave." His attorney, Matthew, didn't have much to say Wednesday, telling the publication it would be inappropriate to make any comments at this time. The professor was charged with open lewdness, indecent exposure, and intercourse with an animal, misdemeanors, and summary charges of cruelty to animals and disorderly conduct. He allegedly has been partaking in the acts at the forest since 2014. So we're going to just act like that they didn't know this. So wait. Let me just let me just get myself straight real quick. Hold on, wait. So this is a story, right? They published this June 14th of 2023, right? But they're stating in the article that they know that he's been doing this since 2014. Excuse me? So you have records dating back to 2014 that he's been doing this. People at the park more than likely, well, the park rangers or whoever, more than likely know that he's been doing this as well. But you just so decided to report or catch him now, or magically he's in trouble for this now, even though he's been doing this since 2014. That means that he's been consistent. That means that more than likely he has, a schedule of when he does this. That means that more than likely that dog needs a field of therapy. I don't know any types of doggy therapists that will be able to fix that dog. Lord, that dog has probably had to experience and see some things that no person should ever have to see and ever experience at all. And then he stated that he does it to blow off steam. There's a lot of ways to blow off steam. I don't ever remember that being on anyone's list of to dos. I know some people like to drink beer. Some people go for wine. People go for food. People go for football, skiing, skeet shooting, whatever it is. Some people go out to the range. Some people practice archery, puzzles, building ships. Some people play Tetris. Some people work on their homes. They put gravel in their driveways, put down concrete on the sidewalk. Some people build fences. Um, People write books. Books. I'm not sure if people know what that is anymore. He should, because he's a professor, right? Chemical engineer, whatever it was. But he decided that he wanted to blow off steam with his pants down, with his dog, in a park in nature. And I'm just going to reiterate this again, just in case people don't happen to know what's going to happen in the future. Things like this, they will try to make a normalcy. In certain countries, this is, you know, they allow this, right? Slowly but surely, because of everything that is going on in this country at this moment in time, this is one of the main things that they will try to work on passing, right? That'll be the one of the steps before they get to the real end game. And a lot of people don't actually understand and see what the end game is, but they will. And I told people before, that once you crack open or you try to peek into Pandora's box, you have to let it open. Once you allow one thing free, you have to let it all free. And we are getting to that point. And people will soon enough realize how stupid their actions were with allowing a lot of things to transpire the way that they have been transpiring directly in this country, which will inevitably lead to what it is that this professor is doing, as seen as something that is allowed, which it should never, never, ever, 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 ever be allowed. Like I said, we're at a point in time in this world where up is down and down is up and left is right. And, you know, people are going to, I guess, find out and understand the hard way of what happens when you make poor decisions, or what happens when you allow other people that you enlist or that you vote for make and have control to push forth poor decisions. Like I said, this is not my first time covering videos like this. I've covered a multitude of videos like this from around the world, and more so specifically places like Canada. But yet again, I digress, because some people would start to say that, oh, it's conspiracy, it's this, it's that, when clear cut, the proof is directly out there. If people actually want to take the time and research and become more knowledgeable about the things that are and have been allowed recently around the world. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment section below. And always remember, hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your husbands, and hide your animals, because they're going after everybody out here.